What up, drinking buddies? Before we get into this week's episode, just a quick word from our sponsors. This week's episode is brought to you by our friends at Gamefly.com. They have over 8,000 new releases and classics available to rent for Xbox One, 360, PS4, PS3, Wii U, Wii, 3DS, and a bunch of other old school systems. Play as much as you want, return the game when you're done. For the cost of Gamefly, you could have bought 2 new games or played as many games as you want over the course of the year. And if you really dig a game, you can buy it at used rates from Gamefly.com. So go to www.gameflyoffer.com/ANWD, sign up for your 30-day free trial today, and holler at me. Tell me how you're liking it. We're also brought to you this week by our near and dear friends at Ghost Tequila. Ghost Tequila is a 100% agave Blanco tequila that is 80 proof and infused with ghost peppers. It's awesome. It'll start your night off right. You take a couple shots. You just feel that beat. Oh, if it's not available locally for you, go to www.ghosttequila.com and order your bottle today. And last but certainly not least, we are brought to you by our friends at Laughable. Laughable is the #1 comedy podcast app on iOS. Not only can you subscribe to your favorite shows, you can subscribe to your favorite performers and find out whenever they make an appearance on someone else's show. It's fucking awesome. It's sadly only available for iOS right now. So go to the App Store and download it today. If you want it for Android, go get on the waiting list at www.laughable.com. It's awesome, and they just added the ability for automatic download, so never miss your favorite show. This week's guest is Tim Cronin. Tim Cronin is an old-school Troma dude. If you're not aware of Troma, where the fuck have you been? Tim has recently moved to LA to head up Big Shooter Productions. They're a documentary film company. So we talk about documentaries, how he got from his humble beginnings in St. Louis to New York with Troma to now where he is in LA. Tim is a super interesting dude. You know, he was a bouncer at one point. He got ran out of a couple towns. We talk about all that this episode. So pop a cold one, guys, and enjoy the show. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
A little day drinking.
Yeah. Super Bowl special.
Super Bowl special day drinking. Fucking.
You know, you don't give a fuck about who's
fuck
the
no.
game?
I watch MMA. That's it.
Yeah, it's some fucking Super Bowl Sunday, dude.
Yeah, I can just watch the commercials later. We have the internet.
That's right. Dude, 30 seconds on, I think it's, 30 seconds of any commercial time. Guess how much?
Like
30 seconds, minimum.
7 million?
5 fucking million, dude.
I lost my Price is Right rules. Fuck.
Yeah, 5 million, man.
Yeah,
30 seconds.
More than I'm probably going to make in my lifetime.
Yeah, for 30 seconds.
For 30 seconds of entertainment.
I guess.
What the fuck? Welcome to my humble abode. Welcome to Many Beverages.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, it's fucking awesome. Thanks for reaching out and being like, let's do the fucking show. Let's drink.
Let's drink. I met you there. We drank there, and we continue.
Definitely. You have to. As I said, I'm like 3 hours of sleep, so this may get a little wacky or I may get a little spacey. We'll see how that goes.
Spacey, yeah.
Like, what was I about to... Oh, fuck.
Well, why don't you start by telling me what happened with the, like, on stage shit? What happened? Okay. I saw you, and we had a drink, quick chat, and then I went on my way, and then...
You had business to attend to. What happened was I stole someone else's seat.
Yeah.
Ended up 4th row, dead center, right in front of the stairs.
Right.
Jews Love Black Cocks wins best comedy.
Like, I didn't know that was the title.
Yeah.
You said it really fast, but it's Jews Love Black Cocks.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I stand up to give a standing ovation because I'm in this fucking movie. I'm like, fuck yeah, we won. And my homie Ike Diesel's sitting directly behind me. He's like, dude, you're in the movie. Go up.
Right.
I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I've never been in an award-winning movie before. I'm, 4 rows back, so I'm on stage like instantly. Nobody else from the cast gets up.
Well, I don't understand why.
I don't either. I have no clue.
Because once you get the call, you get your ass up and you get your ass on stage.
A Bella Danger, who's like one of the leads in the movie.
Yeah.
Front row, just staring at me. Like,
maybe it was some kind of joke where they were just like, let's see what Matt does.
I don't think so. I don't think they planned for me to go up. A couple people were like, yeah, dude, you were looking down at the crowd. I'm like, yeah, I was looking at my castmates. Like, why are you not coming?
Right. Get up here.
Why am I holding a statue for a movie that I'm in for like 2 scenes?
Yeah.
And I didn't fuck anybody in.
Right. Why are you Jewish?
Yeah.
Is Slayer Jewish? Slayerstein?
Of course. Slayer Stein.
Stein.
No. So I'm sitting there holding the fucking AVN. I'm like, and I'm pumped. I'm in the fucking joint. I'm looking out on the entire porn industry holding this fucking statue. Like, holy fuck, we won.
Yeah.
Shalom, AVN. And then like a couple seconds later, I'm like, thank you. And I'm like, where the fuck's Joanna Angel?
Right.
Like into the mic.
Yeah.
I say to the whole audience,
come up.
Where the fuck's she? And I see Joanna making her way from the back. I'm like, there she fucking is. So I'm just delaying.
What does the AVN trophy look like? Is it like a fucking...
It's like 2 people. It's a gold statue of 2 people embracing. Like, it's classy.
That's very sweet.
It's fucking heavy.
For Jews love black cocks, that the trophy is just 2 people gently embracing.
Yeah.
That's nice.
A lot fucking heavier than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, yeah?
I'm like, this thing's got some girth to it.
Yeah, some girth.
Joanna comes up, gives her fucking speech. We go backstage. And I realize at this point, I may have fucked up a little bit being on stage.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sorry. I thought the whole cast was going.
I love it. I wish I was there to see it.
It'll re-air on Showtime.
Yeah. Oh, right. We'll see you on cable.
Once we're back there, one of the vice presidents of AVN congratulates me because he had met me like when I was walking in. And I guess he's a fairly religious Jew and was wondering why I was dressed like an Orthodox Jew. So I explained that before we had even got on stage and backstage. Like, congratulations.
We win. We win again. We did it.
Yeah, like, you're the vice president of AVN. You probably knew we won.
Well, they don't know. It could have been one of those, like, Oscar mistakes. Who is it that, like, read the name wrong?
Warren Beatty.
Yeah, it could have been a Warren Beatty thing.
Nope, I saw the envelope. It's there.
Oh, it's there.
It's there.
No, but I mean, like, before you got up, it would have been, how crazy would that have been? You just run up for, like, Jews win Black Hawks, but also there could have been, like...
someone else won Best Comedy, like, fuck. What's this rabbi doing on stage? I just still would have been like, we won AVN!
Where's Joanna Angel? Sitting in the chair.
And they do a backstage interview, too. And I tried to duck out of that. I'm like, I think I kind of overstepped my bounds at this point. And they're like, no, get in. I'm like, so I squeeze into the shot. They're like, what inspired you on this? I'm like, it's all Joanna. She wrote everything. I'm just the schmuck who said the lines.
Yeah.
Go back to our seats. That was actually the first time I've ever attended the award show. My 9th AVN. I've never gone to the awards before.
9 times. So was this like, this is one of the craziest ones, or?
Well, it's the only reason I went was because I was nominated.
No, but I mean, like, of all the 9 times, was this...
I don't know.
Was it a more calm AVN?
It was a little more somber.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of heavy shit going on in the industry, so...
Sure.
Like, right before we won for Best Comedy, August Ames' husband came up and gave a speech to the industry.
Uh-huh.
The best director's like, I'm not going to give a speech. I'm going to let Kevin Moore come up here and say a few words. And it was really, like, somber and...
Yeah.
A little depressing.
Taking the air out.
Yeah, right before Best Comedy, too. So it's like, he's hurting. He has every right to, say his message. And it's just like, wow. On one hand, it's supposed to be a fun night, but you can't just ignore the serious shit going on.
No.
So enough about me and my AVN.
Yeah.
Was this your first show?
I was in Vegas, like... So I do camera,
right.
And I do, like, I'm a DP, and I do a bunch of other shit. I run a production company. I was in Vegas about 2 or 3 months ago when that crazy shit went down in Mandalay Bay.
Oh, shit.
And I was covering for ABC there. That was the last time I was in Vegas. Talk about fucking somber.
Yeah.
That was nuts, man. Like, people openly weeping, walking down the street and shit.
Well, yeah, that people don't know how to handle that sort of shit.
Not in Vegas. I mean, especially in Vegas.
Just anywhere. mass shooting goes on, your brain just doesn't know.
I mean, I sat down. We were covering. I was staying at Mandalay Bay. There was probably 500 feds. That was like the only people you ran into was FBI agents or cops. So the journalists wanted to go to like a bunch of different casinos, get B-roll and stuff like that, and then we would go by the where the shooting happened, and it's just fucking nuts, man. Like all you see is like little tags where like bullets hit, where like bodies dropped, fucking bloody clothes.
Holy shit.
Yeah, man. So that was the last time I was in Vegas. Then I talked to Kabuki Man, who I shoot for, and who's been on your podcast, right?
We haven't actually sat down and done a full episode with him.
I thought I saw at AVN.
He jumped on for a few seconds.
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't a full episode.
You never get a full exclusive.
I'll be like, alcohol. Come in. When Nadia comes in to compete for some competitive eating, I'll be like, Kabuki.
Oh, shit. She just took 8th place in the fucking
Yeah, I
wing
saw
bowl.
that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
8th place. The winner ate 500 wings, dude.
501.
501 in half an hour. How many wings do you think you could eat? We're big guys, right? How many?
Well, it all depends. Are they like the little wings or the big fucking wings? Like,
Nah, they're like fucking normal wings.
maybe 100 if I was pressed.
100.
If I was pressed.
Dude, 100 is a lot of fucking wings,
Yeah.
right? I'm 6'4", 220. I could eat probably 30.
All I know is
Gun to my head, 32.
those last two. But don't kill me. Don't kill me. I have a family.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I regularly go out for wings. So you're fairly new to town, right?
I am, man. I just moved here about 6 months ago.
So there's a place on the east side where I often will go and edit called Ye Rustic Inn. It's over on Hillhurst.
All right.
Best wings in town.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll regularly throw down 18 and then a little bit later order more.
I love a wing.
It's good. It's a nice dive bar. It's a good spot. Should check it out.
What's it called?
Ye Rustic Inn.
All right. The Rustic Inn.
Ye.
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 Oh, like ye old.
Like ye old.
All right, cool. So then that was my last time in Vegas, and this time was with Kabuki Man, so fucking obviously the complete opposite end of the spectrum.
I'd hope so, because if there had been a mass shooting,
Yeah. So I was going around filming him for like 2 days, him and Nadia running around for Troma, and day one was like just basically, B-roll of like there's the event, and then there's all the shit that everybody's trying to peddle, which is like everything from dildos to sex robots to there was like girls on cams, like cam girls that were
all over the place.
All over the place.
That's the future of the industry. It's all going to be fucking cam girls one of these days.
Right. So then the day after that was the red carpet, and then the awards. The red carpet, they fucking they didn't let us shoot.
Really?
We had to fucking sneak in, man.
That's bullshit.
We had to sneak into our own spot. So it's so packed, and the red carpet is like, it's fucking nuts to go through a casino like that.
Oh, I know.
And there's no there's like openings where like people will kind of dart through, and then it's a fucking mile long red carpet through the casino.
I know. I walked it for the first time this year.
Oh, you walked it. How did it feel to walk it?
It was
Feel
pretty
like big,
fucking
important
interesting.
guy?
No, fuck no. I was actually, because I was dressed as a full fucking rabbi.
Yeah.
I was totally expecting some anti-Semitism to come my fucking way.
Oh,
from the
yeah.
carpet. I'm like, this is Trump's America. Someone's going to say something fucking ignorant.
Oh, speaking of Trump's, Stormy Daniels. Wasn't Stormy Daniels there?
Yeah, I said hey to her.
And like CNN and Fox and all that shit were following her around too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What a fucking political platform AVN has become. Then.
I know. It's fucking crazy. But thankfully, no anti-Semitism came my fucking way. Actually, a bunch of other Jews were like, yeah!
Represent!
I had some dude like, I grew up in Brooklyn! Yeah!
What does that mean?
Well, because the Orthodox...
Just Jews?
Yeah.
Just Jews.
Some other dude slipped me his card. He's like...
I'm from fucking Israel!
One dude's like, yo, man, you actually Jewish? I'm like, yeah. He's like, here's my card if you need investment help.
I'm a diamond. I sell diamonds. Here, we can do business.
We can do business.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fucking...
So, film the red carpet, And then like we had to sneak into the end of the red carpet, which is where there was like a door to the ceremony. So then after we shot that, everybody kind of went to the awards, and the word was that after the awards there was a party, like a big exclusive party.
Yeah.
So the party didn't fucking start till like 2 in the fucking morning.
That's pretty typical because people got to get out of their bullshit.
Yeah, but it's fucking late to start a party. 2 in the morning. It's nuts.
Vegas, baby.
So, undisclosed location, of course. And then we get the location, and there's like 4 or 5 of us. And we go out to, it's not like down the fucking street, it's in the fucking outskirts of Vegas, on the very like edge, but when the desert meets the city. So we kind
Well, that's just in case any girls overdose. You just toss them right in the hole.
you bury them.
Right. Like, I don't know what happened to that girl. Her career's over.
That's right.
That's just what happens.
It's exactly where, like, it was the exact spot where, like, the mafia used to bury the fucking cheaters, right? So we go to this spot, and it's like kind of in the suburbs, and it looks like any other house you roll up to. And we sort of wait outside, wait for everybody else to show up, and head in. Because no, you can't just walk in alone to a fucking weird, like, sex party thing.
Oh, you definitely can.
I don't know. I can't.
Why not?
Because it's fucking weird if you don't know anybody.
Make some friends. Whip out your dick.
I mean, so eventually you will make... Nowhere on earth will you make friends as fast as this sex party. So you go, we open the door, and the first thing is, like, you kind of check your name off the list or whatever. Beyond the list, there's, like... girls kind of waiting for you, and also just like sort of open sex swings should you want to just start fucking immediately.
I just want to have a little swing. I don't no fucking. Like, relive my childhood real quick. Just wee.
Have you ever been to one of these parties? I bet you've been to a million of them. Yeah. I haven't. So this is my first fucking impressions of like whatever this world is.
Real quick,
Yeah.
Did you get a clean test before you went to AVN?
No, I didn't fuck anyone at AVN.
Why not?
Well, I don't know. It's just the opportunity never kind of
At a sex
presented
party?
itself.
It didn't present itself?
Dude, I was out of my mind at the sex party. There was no fucking... I wasn't going... And these chicks are not like the chicks that I'm hanging out with. These chicks are like... Got pentagrams like burned into their bodies, and like they like to get punched in the stomach, and then they like... That's what they like.
How do you know you don't like it?
I don't know.
The only one way to find out. Try to satisfy her, and you might be into it.
I feel like these chicks are way on another level.
Maybe.
All right, so you go in.
Okay.
There's sex swings. It's like a fucking jungle of sex swings. You go past that, you get a drink. It's like $20 for a Budweiser. You go.
That's an important rule of AVN. Always have your own booze.
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't know. I thought I was going in at 2 a.m. I was already pretty buzzed.
Yeah, always have your own booze.
Always have your own booze.
Why do you think I had a bar stocked in the media room?
No, well, you fucking got it. You're smart.
Not my first rodeo.
No. My first rodeo. So you go into the bar and you get a drink, and then there's like there's the house, and then there's like a little walkway that goes outdoors to the back yard, and the backyard leads to a fucking barn, right? And the barn is like all fucking lit and red. It's like the full moon out. It looks fucking creepy. So you go out and you can get whatever, alcohol, and there's definitely other shit going around, whatever you want, drugs and stuff. You go up to the barn and you can hear like fucking house music, like poof, 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 poof. You open up the fucking barn door, and maybe you guys are used to this shit, but I'm not fucking used to this shit. You open up the barn door, and it's just fucking chaos, right? So in each sort of corner of the barn is like S&M bondage type shit going on, where it was like one corner is like a chick in a cage with a fucking gas mask on, and people are like fucking poking her and stuff. And then another one, there's like another corner, there's like a guy getting his dick whipped. And then there's like another one where a chick's tied up fucking upside down, getting spun around with like ropes and shit like that. And then there's like this middle platform in the center of the barn where there was like a threesome going on. There was a girl getting eaten out by a like hermaphrodite or tranny or something, and then whoever that thing was getting fucked in the ass by another girl, and it was chaos. So that was in the center on this sort of raised platform on this like black kind of couch, and surrounding that was everyone who was attending the party. And everyone, it wasn't like everyone kind of watching, like eyes wide shut type shit. Everyone was like, fuck yeah, like, fuck her in the ass.
So it was more like Requiem for a Dream, ass to ass, ass to ass.
It was like that, but with like 100 people. It reminded me of, you ever seen Beyond the Thunderdome?
Of course.
It was fucking Beyond the Thunderdome, but with dicks and butts and fucking pussies everywhere.
The smell must have been great.
It smelled very clinical, actually.
Really?
Yeah. I think a lot of people were probably just covering themselves in alcohol to make sure.
That'd be a little burn. Ooh.
I don't know. Well, everybody but the areas. I don't know. There was like, there's interesting characters at these places. There's like people called Master. It's like fucking, hi, I'm Tim. There's like, hi, I'm Master. Like fucking, what, his real name's Larry or something. You don't know.
Hey, it's his party. It's his world.
Yeah.
He can call himself whatever he wants.
Daddy, a lot of daddies.
Of course.
What's your name, man? I don't have to fucking I'm not going to call him Daddy.
Why not?
Because I'm not fucking calling another man Daddy unless it's my father or something,
Hey, when in Rome, man. No. There's nothing wrong with it.
So, all right. So then the main event after this wasn't even the fucking main event. This was like the precursor. So they get done. Crowd goes nuts. There's a couple of like one-on-ones, like amateurs that just kind of want to go up there and like some dude got blown. And
they just want to like be exhibitionists.
Yeah. Which is weird to fucking just go up there. But it's ballsy, right? The main thing, so like the DJ kind of is like saving it up this one fucking whatever house beat. So it's like, I forgot to mention. The mantelpiece is a fucking 12-foot inverted cross.
Good times.
It's fucking. So it was basically like Satan's sex party. So you like the barn is like Satan's fuck house.
Didn't you know you're just all part of a big sacrifice?
Yeah.
You raised a fucking demon.
I thought
night.
It was going to be, they were going to bring in lambs for the slaughter and they were going to fuck the blood or whatever the fuck. These people are crazy. So the final thing, this is at like 5 a.m. too. These two chicks dressed as angels come out, wings on, and like they obviously put some work into their makeup to make them look more angelic because they're fucking not. And
how do you know? You've been to heaven? Maybe heaven's full of like just hot girls dressed like Victoria's Secret
No,
angels.
I mean these are the chicks you get like on the business card when like the Mexicans hang out. They're like girls,
Hey,
and they hang out.
They're bringing pleasure to the masses.
No,
that seems very holy work to me.
No, it's fucking excellent work. But these girls are like these girls are not angels. So they come out and they start like beautiful lesbian scene where they're both making out and then start like groping each other and like eating each other out, and then like this like demon beat fucking starts up, and from beyond the inverted cross comes this fucking dude dressed as Satan with his cock out, and then he goes up to both the chicks and starts like fucking them super hard, and like they have a whole three-way where like Satan just brutally bangs these two poor girls.
Was his cock painted red?
Oh man, I think it might have been. Actually.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I think it might have been. This dude was like, he was way into his character.
I'm always worried about people like letting body paint inside them.
Yeah.
That can't be good for you.
No, I think the last thing these girls got to worry about is the body pain. So so this guy, I'm watching this shit go down, and all I'm thinking is this guy, because the dream is to fuck 2 girls or 3 girls or whatever, right? That's mine.
Really?
It's my fantasy. 2 girls. You ever had 2 girls?
No. I have enough time satisfying one.
Yeah. So 2, but 2 would be awesome, right?
I don't know if they're going to do all the work.
Yeah, they're going to do all the fucking work.
Sure, if I could be super lazy about it, yeah, why not?
That's the dream. To be super lazy and have 2 girls just go nuts on you. So I'm thinking, I'm watching this fucking crazy scene go down with the inverted cross and the fucking people getting their dicks whipped and girls in cages with fucking gas masks and shit. All this shit happening around me, and I'm just looking at this guy, and I'm thinking, this is like a guy that is like making your fucking 6-inch meatball sub at Subway or something. And like, this is like fucking Jerry fucking Makowowitz from fucking Subway that like nobody knows. This guy fucking saves up all weekend for this one huge thing, and he gets to bang these 2 girls and then like goes straight back to work.
Is that such a bad life?
No, I don't. I'm just thinking this guy's like a fucking real superhero to me.
Right? Like, have a job that you don't have to put any effort into.
Yeah.
You can make ends meet.
Yeah.
And then do what you love on weekends?
That's right.
I mean, was that...
And he fucking dresses up as Satan and bangs a bunch of chicks.
I'm assuming that's what he loves.
I don't think you can't. I don't think it's be hard to hate. Be a hard thing to hate. So he ends up like fucking jerking off these girls' faces and ruining them. And then like everyone sort of goes fucking nuts. Like brings the house down with this fucking cum on these girls' faces. So they go off, and the people that I'm there with kind of like everyone is charged up. Everyone's ready to fuck. Which I don't know why. Maybe I should have fucked a bunch. I don't know.
Definitely.
Yeah, I should have grabbed somebody.
You probably should have had a clean test first.
Yeah.
So
is
next
that
year,
what? Yeah. How do the fucking people know? Like everyone could have running around with fucking herpes and like.
So if you're actually tested, it's really cool.
You got an app?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So
how do you get tested? And you just go around and say, "Look, I'm clean. Here's my fucking herp free." Oh, look at you, dude. But what about those 7 days not cleared? You're in the red.
I'm in the red on a 7-day test.
You're a race car in the red right now.
On 7 days. So 14 days is standard for test, industry standards.
So what do you get tested every fucking 3 days?
Well, for performers, they get tested every 13 days, so they have 14-day tests.
Holy shit.
I am not a performer. I only go get a professional test.
You just hang out with them.
Yeah. Right before AVN, I'll go get professional tests. The rest of the year, I'll go to county and get it done for free.
God damn.
But, when I'm at AVN, we're like, hey.
That would freak me out, dude.
Why?
I think, because you're exposed to it. I guess it's actually the opposite, right? Because when you go out with chicks that you don't know, that's a fucking great thing, actually. I totally...
You're like, it just took a second to set in.
Amazing. Yeah. So all you got to do is say, "Hey, are you on whatever that thing is?"
Yeah, that's talent testing services.
And then they just fucking show you, and then it's on.
Yep.
That's nice. That beats condoms.
Sure does.
Yeah. Fuck. So anyway, I was fucking wasted. There was no way I even knew about that at the start. So there was no way I was fucking anybody. But I was in awe, dude. I was in fucking awe. There was no I feel like I could have grabbed a couple of chicks, and I was there with some people that were industry people that would probably hook me up. But there was no. I feel like my performance would have been. There was no Satan. Satan fucking shut the show down.
Hey, you can't compare yourself to the other man.
No,
you just got to go for it. And if she's into it, she's into it.
So I don't know if there are too many one-on-one things going on, because I heard that there was just like these fucking orgy rooms that were like, you open the door and it's like a fucking human centipede, and you just kind of get in the last chain, last in line. But I don't know. Would you be down with that?
Maybe.
You're fucking adventurous, dude.
You gotta be. You only got the one fucking life. You might as well try.
I know you do. But also there's some decorum, you know?
Yeah, you were in a place where that was
What
the
if
proper
somebody
decorum.
came behind you and then was like, all right, get in line, and they fucking hold your head down, and it's like Satan with his fucking giant cock, and he's going to go up in your ass.
Well, that wouldn't be consensual, so that's not cool.
Yeah, but it's Satan, bro. He doesn't give a fuck.
Oh, Satan better give a fuck. Satan better give a fuck, or he's going to be hearing from my fucking attorney.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta get into the moment. And I'm sure you could have gotten like a 2-on-1 thing going.
Yeah. My game was off, dude. I was rattled. I was way rattled by the situation. I seen a bunch of shit, man, and I never seen nothing like that. That was pretty awesome.
There's always next year.
Yeah. Or, I mean, I assume this shit goes down all over the place, but I don't know if it's like this shit with the fucking farmhouse and like everything lit in red and giant inverted crosses.
I mean, shit like that goes down, but it's going to be a safer bet to find it during the awards, during the show, because everyone's coming together.
Ye old farmhouse, dude.
Yep, ye old farmhouse.
What was that place?
Ye rustic inn.
Oh, ye rustic inn.
Nah, weird shit goes down. I mean, friend of mine, some performers a couple years back, like just full on sex parties would just break out at their place. We'd have too much to drink, and we end up back at their place in the Hollywood Tower, and people would just be banging on the roof, banging in their apartment. It's just like, this shit's happening.
That is a thing, right? Like, I know about sex parties that are like, when I was in Brooklyn, there would be like masquerade parties, and they were like, you go to God knows where, fucking down some avenue, and then they have like sort of a warehouse or some shit, and there's like a sex party. This was not that, dude. This was like a fucking event. This was fucking nuts.
Well, yeah, it's during AVN. You got to put on.
There was
party.
That's what that must have been like. We got to up our game. Let's get
the whole
Satan
fucking
involved.
industry's here.
Right.
Break out Satan. Break out the angels. Break out everybody.
You break out Satan. It's just, now the more I think about it, the more genius it is, actually. Because what else are you going to surprise these people with that get fucked constantly for a living? So, like, you got to surprise them with some fucking wild ass shit.
You do. I mean, these are the kind of people that perform in Smurfs Triple X, where they dress up in fucking all blue body paint.
Jews love black cocks.
Jews love black. That's not even all that.
Is that
wild.
the title?
Yeah, Jews love black cock. It really is.
Do they? You can speak on your people.
Apparently they do. Apparently all my daughters are whores.
Oh no. No, but you got to up your game, and you got to fucking you have to bring Satan out to have a three-way with two women. So
Troma sets aren't like this?
Troma sets are super chaotic, right?
But not that kind of chaos.
This was planned. Like somebody had the idea. There was like a sit down. There was a brainstorming session, and the Satan's Playhouse fucking won best idea. But on a Troma set, there is zero planning. There may be all the planning in the world, but no one's on the same page. So it's just a fucking chaos-filled shit show, man.
Holy fuck!
Have you ever heard of Poultrygeist?
Yeah,
I worked on Poultrygeist.
Nice.
I started out as the stunt guy, and then I became like the stunt guy, and then I was doing the fight choreography, and then I turned into like, all of a sudden it was like puppeteering, and then like sort of like gun handler, and then like you just fucking morph into like 9 positions, because if you have a lick of sense, then you're just like, you become like the producer.
They're just like, oh, shit, you have a brain in your head? Yeah. Do this.
We shot that in Buffalo. We had like 200 PAs. 200.
For a Troma flick?
These people were coming out of the fucking woodwork to show up, to help, to do really nothing.
So they were just fans that wanted to hang out on set, basically.
They were fans that wanted to work on a Troma movie. And so where we stayed was a fucking abandoned church, right? And you can only fit so many it was a fucking refugee camp, dude. We had probably 120 people sleeping in the basement. And like, if you were an actor or an actress, then you actually got a room. and producers probably got their own room. I got a couch. I had to fucking fight really hard for that couch. And like we would have to. We had Tom Devlin. You ever heard of Tom Devlin?
I've heard the name. I'm drawing a blank on the face.
In Vegas, he has a monster museum where he's a big effects guy.
Okay.
So we actually, one of the days that I was out there, we went to a screening of the new Nukem High movie.
Awesome.
And I met up with Tom, and it was like, it's like two fucking Vietnam vets swapping war stories, you know? So he told me he had this monster museum sort of on the outskirts in between Vegas and the Hoover Dam. But when I first met him, it was on the set of Poultrygeist, and when he showed up, there was no more room at the inn at the fucking abandoned church, right? So I got woken up at about 4 a.m. We have 17-hour days, so like sleep is fucking so important. And one of the producers wakes me up and says, "You gotta wake everyone up, and we need to make room for Tom Devlin. Tom Devlin's coming in." So I have to go downstairs to these fucking, it's like seriously like refugee camp. Everyone's like sleeping in sleeping bags all on the line. And
shitting in pots.
No, there was 2 bathrooms, bro, and one of them was broken.
Oh God.
You were allotted like 5 minutes, to like fucking go in, do everything you can in the shower, shit in the shower if you have to. You got 5 minutes because the next person's like banging down the door. So I have to wake up fucking every single person that's already sleep deprived and make room for when Tom came in, and fucking everybody was so goddamn pissed. It was the worst. Like, it was like Auschwitz with bagels. Like, it was like fucking, it was a camp of people that were malnourished. Like, they were no pay, right?
Right.
And they were working on these chaotic sets where like maybe in a 12-hour day you get like 2 or 3 shots done. And like, dude, it was like a fucking month, like 30 days of this shit.
Holy shit.
And like some people stayed for fucking 45, 60 days.
What the fuck took so long with the production?
Oh man, it was a Troma set. So like, when you have big ideas, right, and you have no money at all, it's really hard to get stuff done. So you have to get creative, and when you get creative, that takes a lot of time. So, man, it was such a fucking chaotic set. We got a couple of people got robbed at gunpoint on set.
What the fuck?
On set, we were shooting at you saw the movie, right?
It's been forever.
So there's the main set is this thing called the Chicken Bunker, which is an old McDonald's that was in the ghetto in Buffalo. Buffalo can get kind of rough.
Right.
So not only were there drive-bys, like within blocks of us every other day, but also people got robbed on set, and we had to post people up at the set. So like, the locals didn't come in and fuck with it. And we had to have like security, daily, and we had the cops always around, and
2 people still managed to get robbed on set.
Oh yeah, man, it was I think like 3 times it happened.
Same guy.
I mean, he must have been like, there's a bunch of assholes trying to shoot a movie in the middle of the fucking ghetto over here. There's like and we would have all those PAs coming in and like a bunch of people on set, camera equipment, lighting equipment, and like, oh, nuts, man. But Troma is fucking legendary for that stuff. They make, so if you're gonna make, or when they make new Troma films, there's a behind the scenes from Poultrygeist that they have, that there's a requirement that anyone that wants to work on a Troma set has to watch that behind the scenes.
Just be like, this is what you're getting yourself into?
This is what you're getting yourself into.
Holy shit.
I'm in that behind the scenes.
Nice.
Yeah, I look like fucking, beaten, like a beaten dog.
Is that behind the scenes footage like, you don't want to be here, leave?
Oh, there was a lot of people would walk out. I mean, there was 200 people in and out all the time. So like a lot of people couldn't shake it, man. They couldn't do it. So a lot of people would leave, then more people would show up. But I would say on average, there was like 150 to 200 people hanging out in the same place all the time. Nobody showered, 17-hour days. We had, you ever heard of Tasty Cakes?
Of course.
So Tasty Cakes was like a fucking sponsor. So we had Tasty Cakes every day for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And day-old bagels that they would throw out, or like day-old fucking bread, or like, you know, pizza every goddamn day. And you only get the one day off. So we would go, and everybody wants to let loose on the day off. So it was...
So is there a lot of dirty sex happening in the basement of that church?
I don't think so, man. I feel like there's a lot of fucking... All those Troma people that showed up were like really rough around the edges. So I don't know. There could have been.
Just to pass the time, man. We're stuck in a basement of a church. You know,
yeah.
It's a long day. We got to relieve some stress.
No, there could have been. There probably should have been, because there was a lot of stress. And I don't know. That's a good question. I didn't fuck anybody. Again, what the fuck is wrong with me?
You sure you're not a virgin?
Yeah. Wait, maybe I did fuck somebody. Let me think about it.
Well, obviously, it wasn't very memorable.
No, I don't think I did. I was too busy.
17-hour
days. 17-hour
Damn.
days, man. I don't think anybody fucks for real on a Troma set. It's too busy. There's no time. There's no time for it.
You got 7 more other hours in the day. You can take 20 minutes out.
You need sleep, dude. You need sleep. And we were getting up, and like we would have people that were covered in effects makeup constantly throughout the day. So like, even if you were a PA or whatever, so people would always be doubling or tripling what they did. So like a PA might also be like like help on lighting, or a lighting guy might also be like one of the guys that helps do stunts. So everybody was doubling or tripling what they normally do. So like some of the people,
and all unpaid.
all unpaid, man. I think I made $5. So, and they'd make you sign a contract that was like, you're going to be paid for the 30 days of work, $5, something like that.
How is that legal?
I don't know, man. I mean, you sign the contract, so you know what you're getting into.
Yeah, contracts don't circumvent laws.
I mean, kind of do.
No,
right?
you legally cannot sign a contract that violates laws. It's not a binding contract at that point.
Like, I couldn't give you a contract that's like, let's go kill somebody, and you can't blame me for it.
Right. Or I'm going to sign a contract that I'm going to pay you $2,000 for this pound of cocaine.
I think that's the power of Troma, dude, because these people showing up were like, I don't care how bad it gets. I just want to be a part of it.
Hey, if no one goes after them for it, game on.
I don't think anyone's going to go after it for
Probably not. So how did you get involved with Troma in the first place?
I was... I'd always loved doing movies, and I was always back and forth from... I was a bouncer in Colorado, and I'd done martial arts a lot when I was younger. And I had got to a point where I was one of the youngest to get to a black belt in this certain type of martial art.
What martial art?
It's called Xingyi Kung Fu.
All right.
So... and I'd always wanted to mix the two. And I had some friends that wanted to do like smaller independent movies. And my uncle is a director in Manhattan. So I would go and visit him and work on his sets, and then go back and take the little knowledge that I learned from his sets to like do my own shit. And I sent in a tape. I'd always known of Troma. Because I watched every fucking thing that there is. And like Nuke 'Em High, the original one, that's still one of my favorite movies.
The fucking Toxic Avenger, man. The first
Yeah, I like Nuke 'Em High better.
The one that really sticks out for me is Tromeo and Juliet.
Yeah? Do you like that one?
It's been so long since I've watched it. I don't really know if I like it as much as it really made an impression when I saw it in high school.
Yeah.
It's like the fucking fake penis, the giant penis.
Yeah. That thing reoccurs in Poultry Guys, by the way. It's but instead of a giant penis, it's like a fucking chicken penis monster. Everything with Lloyd is like, if you look at his catalog that he's done, everything sort of like just is like the same, but a little like molded. One way it's like, this way it's the chicken or the dick monster, but it's like, oh, we're gonna do, it's a chicken Indian dick monster instead, and we'll do it again. We'll do. They love it. People.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, that ain't broke, don't fix it should be tattooed on fucking Kaufman's forehead, man. That's his shit. So I sent in a tape for this one. They were doing another movie, and this movie happened to be Poltergeist. And I wanted to audition myself for the role of stunt coordinator, which normally that's not how movies work. You don't send in a tape that says, I do this, and I'm from the middle of fucking nowhere, and I can do this. And basically they're waiting for you to say, I'll work for $5.
Right.
So I think there was like 3 other people, and I won out of the 3 people. And then they're like, we'll fly out there, but you got to stay here, and this is the deal. You're going to be there for 30 some odd days, blah, blah, blah. And that was my first movie, but still shot on 35 millimeter. Fucking Lloyd directed it and shot it. I had Brendan Flint, who's a DP that they always use. That's real fucking character.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's crazy that they shot on 35 millimeter.
Yeah.
I've talked about this with other guests, like actual like film editing is like a lost art. People still actually cutting cells and shit like that.
Sure.
It's crazy to think that people are still doing that shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's there's some things that you can shoot on film. New York City is one place. If you shoot on film, it becomes a whole nother thing when you're looking at it. So like when the digital revolution took over and everyone wanted to shoot on DSLRs and Red took over and like the RE cam and stuff like that, they were digital cameras that are now, they're trying to get that they're trying to look like film. But there's nothing like shooting 35 or 16 in like a place that's a gritty place like Brooklyn or Manhattan. It totally brings the character out of the city.
Just something about the warmth of the film.
I think it's the grain and like the color. You can choose a million different. Kodak offers however many million different stocks of film that you can say this color, black and white, whatever. Instead
of just slapping a filter on it and...
Yeah, exactly. And you still, sometimes you still do, but it's like, making something with your hands instead of doing something on the computer.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I know. As much as I love movies, I know shit about actually like shooting with real film.
Yeah. Oh, it's a whole it's really hard, man. It's, it takes a lot of people. So the technology now is cutting down on the amount of people on set and improving the technology inside the computer of the camera brain. So like when there was a guy that would change, like a second AC that would change, assistant cameraman, that would change the load inside the film, you don't need to worry about that guy anymore, right? So like that guy's gone. Or like even like you're still going to need an AC, but to like change out the lenses and stuff like that. But like there used to be a big business for like, you used to be able to walk down fucking Hollywood Boulevard, stick your hand out the door and get fucking, somebody would pick you up onto a film set. That shit ain't happening no more.
No, not at all.
Yeah. All right. So then where did I leave? What was I talking about?
Well, we went from film in New York and just like the jobs disappearing and how you got on Troma, how you got on Poltergeist. We bounced around a little bit. We go on tangents on this show quite a bit.
You know what it is? It's the alcohol.
That might be kind of the point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get a couple drinks in you, get some stories, get some sidetrack. It happens.
Yeah, spinning around, and then we're back to where we began.
Yep.
I did tell you about Satan's farmhouse.
You did.
Okay, that's good.
Great detail.
Yeah.
Amazing detail. You painted quite a picture.
Yeah. Well, it was quite a fucking scene, dude.
You said you grew up in Colorado?
No, I grew up in St. Louis.
So how'd you end up in Colorado?
I grew up in St. Louis, and I had some rowdy friends, right? So we would do a lot of drinking, a lot of partying, and school was always like basically a place to meet up to go somewhere afterwards. And one of the times that we were going out partying, my buddy thought it was a good idea to take a shortcut to the other party. I was always the guy that had like party people over and stuff like that. So I piled a bunch of people in my car, and he piled a bunch of people in his car, and the shortcut was down train tracks.
Uh-oh.
So we drove down a set of train tracks. And he was in front of me, right? He was driving a Bronco, I think, something like that. The tailgate held like a camper shell on the Bronco. You know what that is, right?
Yeah.
So as he's fucking bouncing up and down on top of the train tracks, this thing comes off his car. It wasn't sealed down properly.
Oh, shit.
It comes off, and it lands directly on one of my buddy's heads. And it fucking splits his head wide open, right?
Does it kill him?
It doesn't kill him.
That's good.
But his head's gashed wide the fuck open. So he has to pull off, and his car's fucked, right? He has to his tires are all fucked up. So I grab the kid and I throw him in my car, and I fucking drive like 200 miles an hour to the hospital. Once I bring him in, it's a bloody mess. My car looks like a fucking murder scene. So I bring the kid in, and he gets stitched up. And I think that, the kid wasn't super bright anyway, so he's, no
harm, no foul.
Nothing lost. So, but he's a good guy. So I take my car back, and I get back at like 4 a.m, back to my parents' house. I sleep for about 35 minutes when my parents come down and say the cops are at the front door. So I got busted a couple times for having parties, and I was known around town as being like a fucking shit disturber, right? So it didn't take long to figure out that it was me. And they showed up, and these cocksuckers, St. Louis, Missouri, fucking police, tried to pin me for vehicular manslaughter.
But he didn't die.
He didn't die, but that wasn't the point. What they were trying to say is that it is illegal to take a body from the scene of a crime. So, like, on the tracks, I would have had to wait for a fucking EMT and ambulance to show up. And the kid would have fucking died.
And this is before the age of cell phones, right?
Yeah, this is before the age of cell phones. The kid would have fucking died.
For the younger audience, that was a time at one point. It's not just on TV.
No, yeah. There was a time when you couldn't flip open a fucking device and, like, call 911 or whatever. So I end up getting kicked out of my fucking house because my parents are pissed with me, and I have to go and fucking give a statement to the cops, and the cops are saying all this shit about how they're going to put me in jail. I was under 18, right? So I was like, fuck it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get the fuck out of here. I'm going to leave town. I got to fucking make tracks. I got to get the fuck out of here. So I had two family members. One is in Colorado, and the other one's my uncle in New York. So the closer to Missouri is Colorado. Yeah, it's closer.
Not by much.
It's, to me, it's but New York is in distance, but also
mindset.
The mind of a Missouri boy is not anywhere fucking on the level of New York.
Yeah, because I'm about to say, like, New York City's only probably about 900 miles from.
I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit further. It might be about the same.
We used to do the drive from Chicago pretty often.
Yeah. Chicago, what, to New York?
Yeah.
So I made it out to Colorado, and I was sort of fucking on the lam from St. Louis. And maybe I shouldn't even be talking about this, man.
I'm pretty sure the statute of limitations have passed. Pretty sure.
So I make it out there, and I basically, had to pay my rent. And I started being a bouncer. One of the only things that I knew really well was how to fight or how to do martial arts and stuff. Then from there, I would go to New York off and on, hang out with my uncle, and try to learn more and more about film.
And fast forward, and now you're here in LA.
That's not shit. So also while I was a bouncer, I had to fucking leave Colorado because I got in trouble in Colorado too.
What did you do in Colorado?
So being a bouncer, your job's pretty easy, right? Until some asshole gets drunk and you got to kick him out.
Yeah, I've done the job.
You were a bouncer?
Yep.
Yeah, we're big boys. We can kick some ass.
I try not to. I try to de-escalate situations just because...
You would talk.
Yeah.
I didn't talk.
I talk just because I'm not trying to, like, do paperwork.
Yeah.
Like, especially because I did a lot of bouncing here in LA.
Yeah.
And I worked with some higher-end clients. The minute you put hands on somebody in this fucking town, you're filling out reports.
Oh, man. It's so much different in Colorado.
Oh, no.
Holy
my friends
shit.
who bounce in Chicago, I've watched them bounce people's heads off pavement and be like...
That's the point. Yeah, that's the point. It's like, stop fucking being an asshole and, throw your head off the ground. But I guess out here, it's everyone's sensitive.
Very litigious.
Right.
So you got to cover your ass. The minute you put hands on someone in any way, shape, or form, it's like report writing, incident, talking to the client.
Right.
Like,
oh my God.
Yeah, it's just like, I would rather be like, hey man, stop being an asshole, get out. I was doing venue security for the Ace Theater downtown.
Yeah. Oh, I love the Ace, man. The Ace is awesome.
So I was the head of security there for a while.
Yeah.
And we had some fucking techno show. Some fucking asshole jumps on stage. Mm-hmm. We get him off stage. It's like, hey man, you got to go. And he just talk. Eventually, we push him out the door. He latches on to the fucking push bar on the door, both arms around it.
Yeah.
One of my guys literally has his legs up in the air, and he will not fucking let go. Eventually, we get him off the push bar, and we're like, just leave, dude. This is the end of it. Just fucking leave.
Yeah.
Fucking guy comes back 5 minutes later. Because you've been to the Ace, like the smoking's out in the alley.
Yeah.
So he's bothering the other patrons that are smoking. We're like, dude, you gotta go.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. He touches one of my guys. That's when we,
Yeah, if they touch you, the shit is over.
we put him to the ground. We're like, all right, man.
Oh, see, this is like already too much, dude.
Oh, no. In my mind, I'm like, if this was anywhere else, we would have just kicked the shit out of you and left you here in the alley.
Yeah, I don't know if people know that like bouncers can kind of beat the fuck out of you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
if you're in the bar, you have fucking full reign, man. Like, where else does that kind of happen? But if you're a bouncer, like, you can seriously beat the shit out of someone if you're in the confines of the bar. But if you step outside, it's a whole nother thing.
Well, in the confines of the bar, it's, that security footage went missing. The bartender saw you hit me first.
Dude, the cops were totally fine with us, like, kicking the shit out of people inside the bar.
Oh, yeah.
And then you throw them out or whatever, and if they stumble down a couple of fucking whatever flights of stairs going out, then that's the thing.
Right. In LA, that shit doesn't fly. It just doesn't fucking fly.
No way. I thought LA was tougher than that, man.
I mean, there are definitely some places you go to the wrong spots, you'll get the shit kicked out of you.
Yeah.
But the majority of upper class establishments are just
because the Ace is downtown, too.
They will try to get you out the fucking door.
Oh, and it's like those assholes that are like, my dad's a lawyer.
Oh, my God. The amount of times at the Ace, it'd be like, my dad's a lawyer. I'm going to Yelp about this.
Oh, Yelp about this?
Yeah.
Who fucking cares if they Yelp about it?
Upper management.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously. It's a fucking thing. It's ridiculous.
I was a bouncer before that, man.
Oh, no. It's horrible. That fucking... And LAPD is fucking horrible about it, too. Because that fucking guy, we let him go from the alley. Not 15 minutes later, I get a call on the radio. He's at the front door.
Right.
Guy fucking comes back again. All right, man. You got to fucking go. We call LAPD on him. We restrain him. PD shows up, and they're like, what do you want us to do with him? Like, get rid of him. They read him the fucking riot act, and then let him go.
Yeah, that's not going to solve anything, because then 20 minutes later, he can
he came back to the back again.
Yeah.
We restrained him again. Call LAPD. Different PD shows up.
Man.
They put him in handcuffs, and then end up releasing him to his girlfriend.
Yeah, you were like more of a lawyer than a bouncer.
At that point, yeah. I mean, there are definitely been other incidences where it's like, whoop, out the door you fucking go. But like, that's the kind of shit we'd regularly deal with in LA.
Man, we used to put people in dumpsters. We used to like, I mean, these were not nice people. These are the people at the bar that were like nobody wants to deal with, right?
Right.
So we have to deal with them. And these are also the people that would like be fighting openly at the bar. And it was like, no one else is going to break that shit up, so we got to fucking
Right, that's your fucking job.
Yeah, it's your job.
Yeah, like, unless it is flat out a fight happening, that shit doesn't fly here. It's crazy.
Wow, I thought for sure it would be like more
rough and tumble.
I guess, yeah.
No, for the most part, like, yeah, unless you actually got hands on somebody. You got hands on somebody, yes, bouncers are going to get physically involved, but 9 times out of 10, they're going to try to verbally de-escalate the situation and just get you out the door because they don't want the fucking liability.
I was a bouncer, so we had like a militaristic type system where like the club was like, it was a billiards club during the day, and then it was, I feel like my voice is getting super sultry.
You trying to seduce me?
I don't know why. Maybe I like, there's like some sort of modulation happening.
See, this is why the headphones are on.
Oh, this is good.
So you can hear what's going on.
Right. There was like this militaristic system where it's like you get hired and you're like a private, and then you get to private first class, and then you're a general, and then you're fucking lieutenant, and then you're like whatever the top admiral is or whatever the fuck. So like the more ass you kicked, the higher up, like the more pay you would get. It's fucked up. That shit. I don't think that shit exists more any other place.
I don't think so either.
So I went, and this was one of the only places that was like the prerequisites were like, how hard can you kick an ass? And I was like, I can kick an ass pretty hard. So they were like, all right, we'll give you a fucking. One guy got fired that was a bouncer because he was like running around showing his dick to people and stuff like that. So like this was a fucking crazy place. And so I filled the spot for him, and like one of my first days was the Irish rugby team was in town.
Oh shit.
And these fucking guys just fight each other for fun, right?
Right. They get a couple drinks in them and they're like, it's on.
So the head guy was like, all right, this guy's wasted, and he's been fighting people upstairs, and now this is like a 3-level bar. He comes down, and he was still trying to get drinks, and the bartender was this kind of skinnier, petite chick, and she obviously couldn't kick him out. So they're like, they give you the sign that's like, come on over. We need to fucking deal with this situation. And this is in the day. This is at like fucking, 10:30. And these people are fucking hammered. So I walk up to him and I'm like, fuck, how the fuck? When the first time you throw somebody out, it's weird because you have to assault them, in a gentle manner.
Right. Yeah, you have to use a little bit of force.
So I walk up, and there's the fucking Irish rugby captain. It's the best guy too. The biggest fucking drunkest fucking monkey they got running for the team is the guy that I got to kick out on day one. So I fucking go up, and you're planning it out, like, oh shit, I could kind of take him off the chair or something like that. I go up, and like right before I'm about to I decided, I was like, fuck it, maybe I can talk to the guy. And right before I fucking put my hand on the guy's shoulder, his co-captain is like, you don't want to be fucking with that boy, lad. And I said, hey, well, I think he's a bit drunk. We gotta take him out. He's like, I wouldn't fucking touch that boy if I were you. And I was like, fuck. So I look at my other guy, and I'm like, look, I'm gonna count to 3. Because obviously we're going to get there's one other rugby guy, and then all of a sudden it's going to be a fucking football game.
Right, it's going to be a whole-on fucking melee.
It's going to be a full riot. So I look at another guy, and I'm like, look, on the count of 3, we're going to fucking take all these guys out. So I count 1, 2, 3. And instead of grabbing the guy, I grab the base legs of the chair, the bar stool that he's sitting on, and I rip that out from under him. And I fucking grab the guy by his jacket, and I fucking take him. I'm running with the guy, and running to the front door, get him outside, and fucking look. This guy is a fucking beast. And I lock both doors and shut the fucking curtains because this dude is spitting mad. All he wants to do is fucking kill me. So I went to upstairs duty after that. That was fucking day 1, man.
Holy shit.
But that place was rowdy, man. Every day there was a fight. I used to fight every fucking day, man.
Oh, that's fucking rough.
And they were if you have a couple of drinks beforehand, we were all set. It was all good. Nobody gave a fuck.
Right, just loosen up a little bit.
Yeah, loosen up.
Ah, shit. One of the worst bouncing gigs I did in LA is this club. I'm not going to mention it, but it's an urban night. Mm-hmm. And one of the things the fucking promoters will do is let these dudes buy bottle service 5 minutes before last call. Mm-hmm. And then tell security at last call,
you gotta
go pull the bottles.
Oh,
full on
what?
pull the bottles.
No way.
Yeah.
That's a fucking dick move.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a dick move for everyone involved.
Everyone.
Like, you just spent $500 to $700 on this bottle.
Man, that's bullshit, dude.
And it's now last call. You either have to kill it instantly or I have to take it from you.
Right.
These dudes do not want to hear that shit.
No.
Then the week before because it's a 1 night a week gig.
Yeah.
The week before we took over doing that account, they had to tear gas the fucking place.
Oh,
like,
man.
the sheriff's department was called. They had to tear gas the fucking place. I'm like, why did I sign up for this shit?
Holy shit. Tear gas.
Yeah.
That's a bit much.
They shut down the whole fucking club the week before, tear gas the motherfucker. The sheriff show up. Like, yo, you knew it was a bad scene when every patron had to be wanded and patted down before they went in.
Yeah, I've been in a couple of those.
Like,
yeah.
And you expect me to pull bottles from these motherfuckers 5 minutes after they bought them.
Oh, asshole move, dude.
Yeah. Club owners didn't care. They just wanted to make their fucking money.
Yeah.
A lot of times...
You should have made them fucking take the bottles out.
Nope, not their job.
Yeah.
They're the fucking owners.
That's bullshit, dude. I remember the one thing that I was really, really good at was fake IDs. So this was a college town. And, like, I used to fucking make fake IDs. So I knew fake IDs pretty well. And, oh my God, so many times they would get by. Once I got you like promoted to like the door and you check the IDs, then you're the guy that's responsible for pulling the fake IDs. So I was the fucking man. I was like better than any computer at fake IDs. So you first of all, you feel it. And then there's two types, right? There's fraudulent and then there's like actual fake ones.
Right. There's like a sister's ID versus...
Yeah. There's like me pretending to be you. And then like, you get in because we both have beards or whatever. And
you got some sibling or some friend or someone who looks like you. It's a real ID.
Older brother's ID, some shit like that. I don't know if that exists anymore.
I think it still does. It definitely still does. Like, I definitely grab some of those when I was working doors. Like, this ain't you.
Yeah. So the easiest fucking way to get somebody that's doing that is you ask the person that they're with what's their name? And then they go, I have no idea. Because it's like their fucking sister or like their cousin that looks like them. So you just say, oh, are you with this person? And they go, yeah, that's my friend. And you go, oh, really? What's her name?
Here's another one. In the modern age,
yeah,
it's like open up your phone, open up your Facebook, go to your profile.
Right, nice.
Like,
what if they're like, oh, my phone is broken? They're like, I don't have a phone.
Yeah, you're a goddamn liar. You're a 20-something-year-old girl trying to get into a fucking club.
Yeah,
you have a phone.
Yeah. You know what we kind of look like with these fucking headphones, dude? We're kind of like stormtroopers because they have a Star Wars vibe to them, kind of, right? They look like R2-D2 type shit.
A little bit.
Where'd you get these things?
Amazon.
Did mine look like yours, right?
Yeah, they're exactly the same.
Yeah, I feel like we're fucking futuristic over here.
Yeah, fucking just so much stupid shit. Oh, I'm glad I don't do that shit anymore.
I miss it. I loved it. I got fired.
How'd you get fired? I feel like this is going to be a good story.
I feel like all my stories are end up with me being in dangerous situations where I have to move to another fucking state. So the reason I worked at that one bar for a long time, but I also did security for I did security for Guar. I did security for Goldfinger. I did like a bunch of stuff in Colorado. Then the day I got fired was I was breaking up a fight and these guys were fighting over by the pool tables and I saw them punching each other in the head and you can't just do that, right? You got to go.
Definitely.
So I go over and I say, all right, gents, I kind of break them up And I say, it's time to go, fellas. Why don't you take this stuff outside? Really nice like that. And one of the guys go, all right, no problem. And the other guy fucking turns, looks at me, spits in my face, and says, fuck you, asshole. So I had some issues with rage, Matt.
You don't say.
Yeah. So that angered me. And so I ended up throwing him through a wall and then taking him from the hole in the wall and throwing him outside and then repeatedly beating the kid in the head while there was a group of people that watched, right? Outside. Remember what I was saying about in the bar's cool, outside's not cool? So I was fucking outside, way outside, like fucking smashing this kid.
You're in front of some other establishment down the street.
Yeah. And I noticed there's a bunch of like lights kind of dancing around where I'm at. And I turn over my shoulder and I look and there's like 5 fucking cops watching me. So I go, oh, fuck. I like take off my work uniform, run into the bar and hide in the back under like this couch. And the next, I end up not, everything was fine. I was on the job. So like, they kind of smoothed it over. But the next day, got a call from management saying, we're going to need you to retire the uniform.
That was a little excessive.
It was a little much. But I was fucking pissed, like...
He spit in your face. He had to go.
Spit in my face? You can't spit in someone's face. That is the ultimate, like, I think if you did that in, like, medieval ages...
Someone had to die.
You had to die.
Yeah.
Or like, they at least challenge you to a fucking duel where you died.
Right? Yeah. Somebody had to go.
That is the worst thing you can do to another human being. I would rather get punched in the face 1,000 times instead of you spit in my face. It's so fucking disrespectful.
It is. It totally is.
Like a punch in the face is like, okay, I'll take that.
Right.
But a spit is like, I got to fucking wipe the spit off. I got to worry about this guy's got like some sort of fucking weird shit going on, AIDS or whatever.
You're just so worried about AIDS.
I don't know.
So worried about AIDS.
You never know. He didn't have that app that was like the clean app.
Yeah, he didn't show you the app before he spit in your face.
He didn't say. So I fucking, how do I know?
Maybe that was his idea of foreplay.
Oh, you think he was hitting on me?
Yeah, he probably wanted to spit in your mouth.
Oh, fuck. If it went in my mouth, I would have killed him. I would have fucking killed him. It would have been, I would have been in jail for murder.
But your honor, he spit in my mouth.
Yeah. I feel like that's totally fine. Like... You spit on someone's face? That's so fucked.
That's such a weird dynamic because like you spit in a girl's mouth during sex, it's hot.
Yeah. Do you spit right in the mouth?
I mean, it's happened once or twice.
I feel like you get wild, dude.
It's happened once or twice.
I'm totally like normal. I don't do anything.
See, I feel I'm super vanilla.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But you're talking about spitting in the mouth and kind of.
Yeah, it's pretty vanilla.
That's not fucking vanilla.
You have obviously not listened to some of the other episodes of this podcast.
I mean, what is crossing the line then? If you spit in the mouth is normal, like what's crossing the line?
If both parties are consenting, there's no crossing a line.
Right.
There are no lines to be crossed.
All right, now I'm talking about like what is comfortable for you versus what is comfortable for
I'm definitely not submissive. I definitely like if a girl chokes me, it's over.
Yeah. Oh, so like if a girl, it would be a weird dynamic, a smaller girl choking you because you're a big, hairy dude.
I totally had, this is back in Chicago years ago.
Yeah.
Was out drinking with some girl, kind of struck out, went over to a buddy's place.
Yeah.
We kept drinking. There's some girl that they had over.
Yeah, Old Faithful.
I had never met this girl, but
sure.
My friends go to bed, me and this girl are hanging out on the couch. We start fucking around. Like, I like choking girls.
Mm.
I think it's fun.
Yeah.
They seem to like it.
Sure.
She goes to choke me back. Like, no.
Both of you were choking, mutual choking.
It was kind of like taking turns. Like, I let go and then I took her hand off my throat. I'm like, no, that's not how this works.
Right.
I choke you, you don't choke me.
There was no submissive, dominant. It was a struggle.
Yeah, and I wasn't into it.
Ah.
She wanted to choke me again. I'm like, no, I'm not cool with this. And I literally just pulled my pants up and left.
Oh, you ended it.
I'm like, nope, I'm not into this.
Wow.
I started to sober up too.
Yeah.
When I was starting to sober, I'm like, I'm not into what this girl's doing. I'm really not into this girl. Like, I just was drunk and wanted to get my dick wet.
Was she not? She's not good looking?
Not my type.
Yeah. What is your type? Big titties?
I like big tits, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you're a big titty guy.
Yeah.
I call that immediately. You know what it is? Because the headphones are kind of like tits. They're kind of like kind of like giant Star Wars tits.
For the audience at home, I was molesting with my headphones.
Yeah.
Audio format joke completely missed on everybody else.
No, I saw it.
It's the important part. This isn't for the audience or anything. It's just for you and me.
I think there's like everyone's fucking a lot more than when I was younger.
That's
like
a good thing.
Yeah, it's cool, but I don't know how much of a good thing it is because you're gonna wear it out, you know? Like, I'm gonna have to start bringing lasers in, and I'm gonna have to start bringing everyone's got a fucking giant dildo now. Every chick that I've been seeing out here, they all got dildos and the fucking big, whatever the fuck vibrators.
The Hitachis.
Yeah. Is that what they're called? Hitachis?
Yep. Hitachi Magic Wand.
Yeah, I got like a Hitachi TV. I don't even know about the dildos.
Well, they're technically vibrators, but
whatever it is. So everyone's getting a little bit too fucking charged up sexually, I think. Like, dial it back a bit and let's play fucking me and you hanging out for a bit and then get into the choking. We can start choking and whatever, punch you in the stomach a little bit if you like that.
Why not just go 0 to 60?
Because, man, there has to be a fucking build-up.
Why? Why should I waste time with someone?
Because I like to hunt, dude. Don't you like to hunt? Don't you like to be like a guy that has to like work for the pussy?
In the immortal words of James Caan on The Simpsons, some men like a challenge. I don't.
Oh, why not, dude?
Why not easy?
Because it's better when you fucking work for it, bro.
Oh, it's work to keep them around, so...
Yeah, that's true. Keeping them around is work.
Right.
That's true.
So
I guess the build-up, so like... All right, so like you like horror films?
I've been known to like a horror film or two.
So here's the... here's what I got for you.
All right.
In a horror film, the scariest horror films are the ones where the build-up to the monster, where you don't see the monster or whatever evil thing that it is the scariest. When you see it right away, it fucking ruins it because it's already there. But the build-up is exciting.
Yeah, but think of it, you spend all that time on the build-up and then the monster's not exciting. Think of all that time you wasted.
Yeah, but it's gonna be exciting. The build-up is it's the fucking journey, not the destination, dude.
I will have to agree to disagree with you on that. I don't know. The destination's sex. It's sex. It's fun. I'll just have more.
I think the build-up is fucking cool.
So yeah,
because then it's fucking it's one big explosion at the end, not like straight away. You know, like you're lighting the fuse. And then it's already fucking going off before.
See, I would rather see if our genitals fit properly, and then I could get to know you.
I don't know, man. I
just old fashioned over there.
I see it that way too, but I think we could dial it back because these chicks now, it's so easy to fuck. I'm having trouble. I'm fucking all around LA.
Well, good on you. Shit, this is a hard town to fucking date in.
What dating? What dating?
Dating, quote unquote.
There's no dating. There's meeting up. You buy dinner, and then you're either blowing or fucking.
That's a date.
Yeah, that's the date, man. There's no like second date, third date. Third date is marriage out here. So like, if you can make it past 1 and 2, you got a wife.
Either that or they'll just ghost on you in 3 months.
Yeah, that's another thing, the ghosting thing.
The ghosting thing is
Nobody
definitely...
has any fucking balls. Right?
Oh, no. This is a super passive-aggressive town.
Yeah. Fuck that, dude. Say what you feel, and that makes it easier on everyone. Otherwise, you don't want to be like texting someone or trying to call someone and then they make you feel like an asshole.
This town's sadly like romantic relationships, professional relationships. It's like that.
Romance doesn't exist out here, dude.
Romantic.
Yeah.
there's a couple people that like I made professional contacts with, like talked about having them on the show. They gave me their number. They're like, I'm down, going to make plans to have them on the show.
What, like ladies or people?
Ladies.
I mean, sorry, other things besides ladies.
People in general.
Yeah, people.
But these are professionals in various fields, and it's like, why the fuck did you give me your number on the pretense of you coming on my fucking show if you're just going to give me the runaround about it?
That's the Hollywood way, right?
Right.
That is such bullshit, man. That's not how it works in New York, dude. Or most parts of the country, where like if you say something, fucking mean it.
Exactly. Chicago, if I ask someone for their number for whatever reason, like romantically, professionally, whatever, and they weren't into it, they wouldn't give me their number. They're like, nah.
Yeah. Say it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's cool. I definitely don't, like, when I hit you up to do it, be like, oh, I'm busy, we'll follow up in a week or two, and then give me another runaround. Like, that's the way I work. 2 times. I'll ask you once, like, I can take you at your word that you're busy. Like, we're all busy people. Second time you give me that bullshit and you don't follow up with me to do it, you're obviously blowing me off.
Such Nancy's out here. You use that word, Nancy's?
On occasion.
That's a Midwest thing.
I use Nancy's. I use broads. I use weird slang here and there.
You got Midwest words?
I still say pop.
Pop in Chicago?
Oh, yeah.
I think we said soda. It's fucking riveting information for your audience.
I know. They're like, the fuck? No, LA is full of passive-aggressive people that they don't want to actually outright say no to you, because what happens if down the road you can do something for them?
Yeah.
All of a sudden they'll turn around and be your best friend again.
Right.
Like, oh shit, you got that part? Oh, is there a part for me? Have you found out here that it's dirty to ask people what they do for a living?
Oh, it always is. Like, that's the last thing I want to talk to people about is their fucking business, because it's like always the same shit, especially out here.
Well, out here, I found people ask you because they want to know what you can do for them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, assholes. Also, it's fucking boring. So, like, when you talk to someone, you want to get to know who they are, not as a human, not fucking what they do. Like, nobody gives a fuck about their business, really, except for out here. You're right, that they go, oh, you're a director, I'm an actor, or I'm an actor, fucking,
right.
You do this.
Oh, you're in the guild? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know if they're hiring? Like, can you get me in? I have a buddy who's a union set builder, and I've gone out with him. It's great. Girls will roll up to him like, so what do you do? He's like, I'm not telling you.
Yeah.
He just flat out just like, I'm not telling you.
Dude, it's a sign of disrespect. And like, you know, you go out in like Germany or like in Europe and stuff. I used to have a wife that was from West London that I would go out we would go to France and England and Ireland and fucking Germany.
Did you have to leave the state on her too?
Oh man, I don't even want to get into that.
Let's have some more drinks.
But anyway, it's a sign of disrespect. Because you don't fucking, when you go out and you're drinking, the last thing you want to do is talk about your 9 to 5.
Right.
You want to talk about some other shit because you have a 9 to 5. That's all you do all fucking day.
We're in the bar to drink away the memory of that 9 to 5.
Exactly.
At least in Chicago, if someone asked you what you did, it was just small talk. It was just like, so what do you do? Oh, I do armed security. Oh, that's cool, man. I bartend. And then we just go about talking about anything else.
Yeah, whatever's the fucking current events of the day.
It was about it mattered about as much as asking someone, like, how's the weather?
Yeah.
Out here, it's just like the thirst, man. The fucking thirst.
I don't even, when you're in the elevator, you're going up and you're like, how about the fucking, it's hot out today. You can't even fucking say that out here because it's always nice out. You can't even talk about the weather.
Nope.
You just have to put your head down in the elevator now. There's no like fucking, so chilly out today. That doesn't fucking exist anymore.
Yeah, occasionally you can be like, did you sleep through the earthquake?
Oh, sometimes there is earthquakes.
Yeah.
There is fucking, I work with the camera guy. They got his fucking house burnt down in that last...
wildfires and shit?
Yeah, the wildfires from the Santa Ana winds or whatever happens out here. Fucking whole house burnt down, and like, I went to work with a guy. He seemed like good spirits, but like, I guess that shit happens all the time out here.
He's like, insurance payment, fuck it.
Yeah, no, he had insurance. But he showed me a picture of like, there was a house right next to his house that didn't get burnt down. It's like, you must fucking curse the gods. It's like 10 feet away, man. Like, how does fire work? Why the fuck didn't it go that way?
Dumb fucking luck.
Dude, dumb luck.
Fucking luck. So what have you been doing with yourself out here in LA? Like, you've been here 6 months already?
Yeah.
Besides fucking a lot?
Yeah, I've been fucking a lot.
What neighborhood have you been fucking in?
Oh, multiple. I don't want to disclose that information because then maybe someone would hear and then I won't be able to fuck there anymore. And I really like fucking in those areas.
You're just afraid of cutting yourself off
West LA.
All right.
The Western LA.
Not West Hollywood, just Western LA.
No, Western LA.
All right.
By the beach.
Oh, yeah. So are you fucking tourists or are you fucking girls that live here?
I'm fucking tourists and I'm fucking girls that live here and I'm fucking native Californians.
Those exist?
I'm on the look for, I'm on the look? I'm on the...
Lookout?
I'm on the make. You guys say that? On the make. That's an East Coast thing.
Okay.
I'm on the make for native Californians. But I started a production company to do documentaries in the East Coast, and then I brought that here. Basically, like, most of my friends on the East Coast made a move to either somewhere west, basically Jersey or western than that.
Wait, but there's things west of Jersey?
Yeah, west of Jersey, dude. The fucking Badlands. Basically, nobody thinks, if you're East Coast, there's not shit in between LA except a parking lot to East Coasters.
People consider Chicago a thing.
I don't think so.
Well, New Yorkers definitely argue about the pizza, so they have to acknowledge it.
That's the only thing. If it weren't for the fucking pizza
and the hot dogs,
sausage sandwiches, or whatever you guys eat out there, then yeah, there would be a fucking parking lot. So I brought it from New York to LA to try it out. I mean, New York changed so much, dude.
Well, if you're not fucking working in Wall Street, you can't afford to fucking live there.
Yeah, now. I mean, I was living with a friend of mine in the West Village for $225 a month on fucking Bleecker, right above John's Pizza.
Holy fucking rent control, Batman.
Man. For like 35, 40 years it was rent controlled. And I had no problem. I could have stayed there for fucking ever, man, for the rest of my life. But the city had changed. Like, the city that I really loved and the city that I kind of grew up with had changed, as it does for every different decade in fucking New York or Brooklyn and or Queens for that matter. And so it was like, you know, everybody's gone now. All these new people are, I think, assholes.
It's been a while since I've been to New York, but last time I was there, went to fucking Sapphire
yeah,
for a feature gig. And it was nothing but Wall Street bros everywhere.
Yeah,
it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This is what goes to a strip club in New York now?
Yeah.
Nothing but dudes in suspenders and ties?
The first place I lived in New York was at 14th between 8th and 9th Ave. And that was when Limelight was right around the corner. You know what Limelight is?
Yeah, it's the famous club Party Monster.
Right, Party Monster. That was like 2 blocks away. So my uncle is a crazy sort of artsy director type guy. So I wouldn't go out with him. But I did get to like sleep on this mattress that was kind of in like his outside room. And he wouldn't show me around at all. He would kind of do his own thing. So I had to just fucking figure it out. And Webster Hall and Limelight were right there. So it was either fucking go to those two and just figure out how to like be in New York, basically. And that was where every night they would have shows or music or like 5 a.m. fucking clubs, shit like that. And I would go to both of those and fucking do as many drugs as possible. And then come home at like 6 a.m. and go to work at like 7 a.m.
Nothing wrong with that.
You remember when you were young and fucking you could do like drugs all night long and drink all night long and then go to work the next day?
Oh, shit. I was doing that into my 30s. That's part of the reason I had to fucking leave Chicago.
Yeah.
Because I would close a 4
Wait, how old are you now?
I'll be 37 next week.
37?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Like shit.
Yeah. That's what happens, man.
Yeah, I was talking to someone else about this the other day. It's like, oh, it's all downhill from here. Yeah, but I was hoping for kind of a rolling, nice downhill, not just a fucking cliff. It's like,
Yeah, you're done. You're
fucking done. I'm done.
30, you're done.
I'm thankful my dick still works. Like,
oh, you have a dick still?
I do.
Oh, mine fell off, dude. Mine fell off after 30.
What, in all those Californians? But no, before I left Chicago a couple months after my 30th birthday, but I was still closing a 4 a.m. bar 5-6 nights a week and then starting my day job at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, and you could do it.
I could. A lot of power naps at work.
Ooh. A nap is very fucking important, man.
Well, and those days I was doing armed security. Like, so I'd go put a uniform and a gun on an hour and a half after leaving the bar.
Right.
And then I would sleep at work for a little bit.
Man, we were in New York. I was functioning alcoholic, 100%. Like, doing movies, basically wasted. And like, then going out after that, because everyone in New York wants to they're very social, and going to the bar is like, that's what you do.
Well, yeah, you can't have people in your tiny apartment.
No, you go to the bar. It's like a bigger apartment with more alcohol.
Right. See, that's kind of where LA is the opposite is. It's so fucking expensive to drink here.
Yeah.
People have house parties all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Like, we have a sick rooftop deck upstairs. We throw parties every once in a while. It's like, I could buy bottles, or I spent $13 a whiskey last night.
Yeah.
Without tip.
Mm-hmm.
I drink. I'm not looking to run up $150 bar tabs every time I go out.
Yeah, it's fucking expensive out here. So I eventually moved to Santa Monica. That's in space I got now. And it's the same, like Brooklyn prices. And everywhere around there is so fucking expensive too. You can't like go up to north and go like, it's not cheaper in Malibu.
Definitely not.
Oh, the whole of Los Angeles is like, they got a good like hold on what the real estate's going to be.
Well, and part of the reason the drink prices are so fucking high is servers make minimum wage here.
Servers make minimum wage. Minimum wage is what? $10.50, right?
12 in the city of Los Angeles.
Is it?
$10.50 for the state.
$10.50.
So they make 12. A server here makes 12 an hour plus tips.
You know what it was? Did you ever work for minimum wage?
Like once, like 6 something?
Yeah, mine was $5.25. I was a dishwasher at a bar, and it was like fucking 13-hour days. And I think I was 16 because we were growing up, you could write in to like the state and say, I want to work earlier than capable. So like not child, you want to like go around child labor laws and say like, fuck 15. Like I want to go to work at 14. All you had to do was like write to the state, and then you could fucking work for minimum wage, and you could be a dishwasher. And my first job was a dishwasher with this giant black lady with all these weird devil and angel tattoos. That was like, I remember one that was like a giant one that was like on her tit. That was a devil and an angel 69ing.
On her tits.
On her tit.
Nice.
Yeah. She trained me how to be a dishwasher, which
I see a lot of like reoccurring biblical themes in your life.
Do you see how I bring it all the way back around?
Big fucking circle.
Oh, we went from fucking the Midwest to the East Coast to the West Coast to Vegas to back to fucking my first job in St. Louis.
It's all a giant, the circle of life, sir.
Circle of life, man. It's like the Lion King. Isn't that the song?
Yeah.
It's the circle of life.
Elton John, right?
Elton John.
Yeah.
Last tour for Elton John coming up.
More importantly, last tour for Slayer coming up.
Oh, I got tickets to Irvine.
Nice. Are you what section?
I don't know. I can't remember right now.
I fucked up because I was sick during AVN when they went on sale.
Yeah.
So I got to go buy one second hand. I just got to figure out what section I want to fucking get in.
Did you see how much the ticket prices were?
Like $200.
Yeah. My buddy saw them in on the East Coast, and they were like max $75, and they were at Madison Square Garden.
Oh, no, I've seen them a bunch of times for a lot fucking less.
Yeah, but this is the farewell.
The farewell tour.
So everybody's doing a farewell tour, which is fucking... What do you... I feel like I've drank a lot, and you haven't drank... Oh, you're on that. Because I was looking at that bottle of whatever that is. Why did you bring that thing?
That's the sponsor.
Oh, that's the sponsor. Oh, we should have some of that.
I mean, we can do a shot of it.
I feel like mixing it with the Jameson and the...
Might not be the best plan.
Jameson and Guinness is a good mix.
Good Irish mix.
Yeah.
Ghost pepper infused tequila. Jameson and Guinness might not make for a happy belly.
No, I don't think so.
You need more ice? You want to pause for a sec?
Yeah.
Let's do that. So we're back from break.
Ice. Ice is good.
Ice is good. Refilled beverages.
Rocks. You know where that saying comes from? On the rocks?
No.
So on the rocks, so I got some, I'm half Jewish myself there, Matt.
On what side?
My mom.
Oh, the important part. Okay, good.
Yeah, the only one that matters.
No, I have motherfuckers all the time being like, I'm half Jewish. So who's Jewish?
Yeah,
my dad.
No, your dad, dick doesn't matter.
Nope.
If you come out of your mother's vagina as a Jewish vagina, you're good.
So if you come out with a Jewish C-section, are you actually Jewish? You didn't come out of the vagina.
Oh, yeah. No, I think it matters.
Like, you're just fucked. You're like, but I'm a Jew, but I came out of the fucking belly.
Yeah, I think it's still good.
I don't know.
I mean, because the incision is still like a...
But it's not... You didn't, touch the lips. Think about that. You've touched your mother's vagina lips.
Yeah, but that's okay. I mean,
everyone has.
Once. Only the once.
Well, I'm glad it was only the once.
Wait, what was I talking about?
Totally derailed you, didn't I?
Ah, sorry.
We refilled our beverages.
No, ice. Oh, on
Ice.
the rocks.
On the rocks, yeah.
How did on the rocks go?
Because you're like, I'm a little Jewish too. You had to brag about being a member of the tribe. I get it.
My the other half, my father was Irish, and so I would go to Ireland where I have some family, and we would drink and regale stories of old. And one of the stories was where rocks on the rocks come from, and on the rocks comes from when you were in like wintertime in Ireland or Scotland, and you wanted to cool down your beverage, you would go to like a local creek and get like creek rocks, small ones, and you could put that in your whiskey or scotch and cool it down.
Huh. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And then those newfangled whiskey stones that they use now are like a fucking updated version of that shit.
Yeah, it's fucking on the rocks, yeah.
Too bad they don't work for shit.
No, I think there probably was some sort of... also, you have to, if you really go to like a high-end whiskey or scotch type place, you want to always get like a water back and like open up the taste of the whiskey with the water.
Well, the ice melting does that.
Yeah.
Oh, have you been to Bar Jackalope yet?
No. Jackalope?
Yes.
What is that?
So it is a little whiskey speakeasy in the back of 7th Grand downtown. Mm-hmm. It's only open Sunday through Thursday. All they serve is whiskey and cigars.
Cool.
That's it.
Cool.
No mixers, no rocks. Eyedropper with water is all you can get the whiskey with.
That's it, man. That's good.
15 seats.
That's right.
It.
15?
Yep.
Should do a show from there.
I was supposed to do one with Bert Kreischer there, but he never texted me back.
Ah, fucking Bert.
What the fuck, machine?
I text you right back, dude.
Right? Hell, you hit me up about doing the show. Like, dude, we just met. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Why not?
Fuck the Super Bowl. Let's drink.
No, I mean, we're going to like go. I got a poker tournament after this, but then also I got money on the Super Bowl.
We talked about this slightly off air. What's up with the poker career? Like what?
When you put all of your eggs into one basket, Matt, you have to figure out what to do when the eggs aren't coming in, right? So like film in New York has a dead season. That's usually the winter season. So the only other thing I know how to do besides make movies is gamble. And I've gambled since I was a kid. My parents are professional gamblers, and my grandparents are professional gamblers. So since I was a kid, I learned how to play poker and roulette and blackjack and count cards and all the fun stuff that you learn to do as good as you can in a casino.
What's your poker game?
7-card stud.
Really?
Yeah.
No, not Hold'em.
No, I played the shit out of Hold'em, but I really like 7-card stud. The betting and the way the cards come out, I like a lot. So I played that professionally for about 3 years, eventually building up like a big stack all over the place. So like I would play in AC and I would play in Connecticut when I was living on the East Coast. I would come to Vegas and play a little bit too, and I went to London a little bit. They also play there, and eventually got up a good enough stack around like 50, 60K, where all I wanted to do was pay rent, really. And I was going above and beyond rent. So you start getting into bigger and bigger games. So like instead of playing 1-2, you go to 2-4, or you go to 4-8, or you go to fucking 5-10. And eventually when you get to 5-10, that was my thing. I was like, I can play 3 hands and I can make rent. So if you're a true gambler, you want to make more than just rent.
Right, you want to make more than your nut.
Yeah. So I would try to make as much as possible, and I did pay rent for a long time like that, and eventually I lost a huge hand, way bigger than a 5-10 table, to the son of a very famous poker announcer, and he fucking took all my money, and eventually I had to go back to making movies again. Because when you're doing really good, you're like, fuck movies, fuck everything else. I'm a poker
Fuck 17-hour days living in churches.
Yeah, fuck that. I wanna sit at a table and make as much money as possible. But there are always going to be people better than you, Matt, no matter what. It's a good thing to remember.
100%. 100%. There was half a second in the mid-2000s where I'm like, I could play professionally. I like cards. Like half of fucking America, right?
Yeah.
I did some tournament play. There was this fucking wild no-limit Hold'em tournament in Northwest Indiana on Monday nights. It's like $125 buy-in, but unlimited rebuys in the first hour.
Unlimited?
In the first hour.
Wow.
So people with decent bankrolls would just try to double up. Like,
that takes away from the fucking game, and that is so stupid, dude.
It does, 100%.
Because if you have bullshit cards and you're just like, well, fuck it, there's enough money in the pot that I'll jump in, that's not the game.
It's not. But the payout was top 10 positions, and it was only a 100-man tournament.
Right.
So it's like, this is a crazy fucking tournament. The first hour completely fucks up everything.
Yeah.
But the potential payout, 10% of the field, and first place out of a 100-man tournament for a Monday night, a 4-hour tournament, was like $15,000 usually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
not bad.
All those rebuys were going right back into the pot.
This one I'm going into, I don't know if it's $15K, but it's a $200 buy-in, and it's out in the hills. And my buddy's a professional. He does, he's one of the ones that's like on TV in Vegas. So, I don't know. Could be something like that.
Hey, I mean, I doubt they're doing crazy shit like that. But, hey, more power to you on that one.
Look at that, dude. Look at that right there. I got a tattoo.
Ace up your sleeve?
Ace up the sleeve. You know what? That was in Amsterdam. You ever been to Amsterdam?
I just was there in September.
Fucking love Amsterdam, man.
I wasn't as impressed as I thought it was going to be.
Did you fuck any of the red light girls?
No, and
I'd see you're Mr. Fuck everybody, and you didn't fuck the red light girls.
I saw one girl the whole time. I was like, she's worth my money.
Oh man, those girls are fucking hot.
Some of them were, some of them weren't, and it was like, that girl's fucking hot. I'll be back for her. I just got to make a lap, make sure that that's where I want to spend my money.
Yeah.
And by the time I made the lap, I couldn't find her again. And there was no other girls. Just like, I don't know if it's just how it is modern, but the girls are just sitting in the window, like texting on their phones, like.
Yeah. I don't know. I was there kind of a while ago, I guess 5 years ago. Yeah,
the girls are just sitting in the window texting on their phone. They're like, they seem so disinterested. I'm like, Well, if you're disinterested in fucking, why am I interested in fucking you?
Yeah, but if you got the money, they'll perk right up. Wait, so, shit, I forgot.
I want to be romanced a little.
Yeah, oh, you want the romance. Now you want the romance. They will fucking choke the shit out of you for fucking...
Yeah, that's not what I want. That's the opposite of what I want.
You get like 9 of them to choke you to death.
No, I want to choke them. I don't want to be choked. I think you missed the moral of the earlier story.
I know. I could pay them to fucking chase you down the street and choke you. That's the cool thing about Amsterdam.
Well, you better have your camera ready. Let's make a fucking scene out of that. Shit.
So I got this in Amsterdam. I was there with a buddy of mine and also my little brother, and I was like, to my little brother, I said, we should both get matching tattoos, something that represents our parents. And he's like, all right, we should get the Ace of Spades. I think, all right, that's a little cheesy, but fuck it. We're both fucked up and stoned. So we go into the first tattoo place we find. This guy is like a super Russian tattoo guy. Come on in, sit down. And this fucking guy is like, he used to tattoo like people in prison.
Oh, shit.
So like, this is like a fucking legit prison tat from like a Russian fucking...
Russian gangster.
Gangster guy.
You got medals on your shoulder too?
No, fuck no. So like, so I get mine, and then there was only the one tattoo guy, so he's got to wait. And he was waiting and like getting more stoned and like drinking. And by the time it was his turn, because this guy didn't give a fuck about it. Usually if you're drunk, they're like, oh, you're going to bleed too much. This guy didn't give a fuck. This guy was like, yeah, have more vodka, whatever. When you're ready.
Pour some on there.
Fucking you're good. So when it was time for my little brother to get his, he bitched out because he was too fucked up. So I ended up getting the Ace of Spades tattooed on my forearm, and fucking the only other person that was supposed to get it with me bitched out, and now I'm alone in my only tattoo.
You know what? It's probably for the best.
What tattoos you got?
I have an Ace of Spades also, actually.
Oh, look at you. How many? You got four aces. Oh, no, you got Dead Man's Hand.
I do indeed.
Sick. I like that. What is below that? Like a skull?
So this all like was done individually. Like originally it was just the skull and the sword with the horns and all that shit.
Yeah.
Then came the Oni mask.
Oh, nice. I like that too.
This is all the same artist. Then the Dead Man's Hand got added. Mm-hmm. Then the Broken Hourglass got added and filled it all out.
Cool. What else you
got? Quotes on my left arm.
Yeah.
Doyle Brunson actually is this quote.
Doyle Brunson?
Yeah. So,
you son of a bitch.
I told you I actually wanted to fucking play at one point.
Wow.
I was fucking delusional.
Which Brunson quote?
Luck favors the backbone, not the wishbone.
Okay.
Yeah, I liked it.
So you had to read the book, right?
I got Super System sitting up on the shelf.
Yeah. Everybody has to read that book.
Yeah.
It's silly, though.
Hey, he's making money on it.
Yeah, well, no shit. If you're going to play, you might as well be either, like, there's no system. It's just like trying to read a system on how to play blackjack or how to play roulette. The house is always sort of in favor. And, like, the only thing is when you're playing cards, you're playing against other human beings. So if you're good at reading people, then that's already one up on you. Your cards, you can always play cards. And, like, all of a sudden, everyone started being a card player. And if you're a bad card player, that became like a really horrible shaming thing. It didn't used to matter when I was playing. Like, you could still be bad and still make a night of it. You just weren't winning consistently.
Right. For me, the reason I realized I could never be a professional player is I just can't grind for 15 hours.
Yeah. That wasn't the game, man. That wasn't the game.
See, when I got into it, I started playing online first, and you definitely had to grind.
Fuck online. Online is terrible.
It was easy money at the time.
Yeah, I think when you're it's a romantic thing, right? That
100%.
That's
100%.
That's like you go and you show up, you take a wad of money and you show up to, this is what I'm going to do, basically. You take a wad of money, you go to a place that you've never been before, you meet up with a group of people that you think you can take all their money, and you're going to be the big champion at the end.
And a beautiful girl's going to come sit next to you.
That's right, exactly. If I could, dude, the text is exactly something like that. That's like this big tournament in Hollywood Hills, girls, like money, and it's like that's what's going to happen. Like if you win the day. Not like you're worrying about the fucking percentage of aces versus ace king, or like a coin flip between like a pair of twos and a pair of fucking nines. Like nobody ever gave a fuck about that until like it got.
So they started showing people's hold cards on fucking ESPN.
Yeah, man, nobody gave a fuck about that. It was like so now there's like all these fucking poker nerds that are so concerned with every hand you play and how much you bet it for and stuff like that. And it takes the fun out of the game. And it used to be a man's game, you know? That used to be an escape thing. It used to be like working on your car in the garage.
Oh, my grandfather is an avid poker player.
Yeah.
My grandfather tells stories. He was a POW during World War II. Mm-hmm. And he tells stories about hustling his guards in cards in the POW camp.
How cool are our grandpas, man?
Like, come on. They don't make dudes like that anymore. Like,
fuck.
Hey, I know I'm a POW. We're going to play some cards. I'm going to take your money.
Dude, my grandpa killed like 35 people. How fucking, like, we are such bitches in their eyes, you know?
We have to be.
You know what my grandpa used to do, man? My grandpa was first, he was like a military war hero, and then he was also like a cop, and when he wasn't doing that, he was a bricklayer. He fucking laid brick for like 500 years, and he had hands that were like stone. So like whenever he would see me, he would grab my hand, look, let me grab your hand, and he would go like this. Like feel my palm.
I'd be like,
to feel
it's so
like
soft.
And he's like, you got baby hands. And it's like, I fucking did some work in my life, man. I was like, I did construction, I did some hard labor, and like, I have some calluses, but it wasn't shit compared to my grandpa's hands. My grandpa's hands were like the fucking thing from the Fantastic Four. Like they were rock. They were like diamond strong, dude. We are such bitches in our grandfather's eyes, I swear to God.
And what's fucked up is the kids being born today are going to be such bitches in our eyes.
Oh, man. How weak are we getting, dude?
At least we played outside.
We played outside, exactly. You're not going to have to play outside in the future.
Hell, in my day, if you wanted to have a LAN party, you carried TVs up fucking flights of stairs to play fucking Halo. You didn't have to just sit on your couch and play online.
Dude, fuck that. I used to use my imagination. I played Dungeons and Dragons, bro.
I did that shit too.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're fucking nerds, man.
I played D&D. I played Shadowrun. I played all that shit.
We should have never said that. We should have never, ever said that. You're going to have to edit that shit out.
That shit's gone in post. That shit's fucking...
I used to love playing that shit, man, because in a video game, you have limits, man. And also, you can't, like, drink with the person you're playing. Oh, you can, but...
It's not quite the same.
It's not the same. You have limitless expectations, so, like, you can fucking do whatever you want in like, role-playing games. Fuck. It's hard to represent role-playing games that sound cool.
But it's not. You're given an overall setting, and then you're like, run wild in it.
Yeah.
With your fucking imagination.
Yeah.
Video games, you're limited by someone else's fucking imagination.
Yeah, and it's the visuals.
Right. Where we're allowed to be fucking creative. And pen and paper fucking role-playing games, they're on the decline too.
And it's it's the limits of your imagination, man. Like, you have to have finite rules when you play a video game. When you're playing something that has the limits of your imagination, you can do whatever the fuck you want. So, like, that was a cool thing. And when I was playing that in high school, I was like, dude, you had to be, like, as secret as you possibly could. Because if anyone figured that shit out, you were the nerdiest motherfucker of all time.
But that shit's popular now. I mean, to a degree, I see.
I wish it was, because I would be so cool if that was.
There was performers at AVN rocking D20 fucking earrings and shit.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Yep.
I did not see that.
Yep.
I did not see that at all. So what does that mean? Like, if you're
they fucking play.
I used to play Riffs.
I remember Riffs. All the Palladium systems.
I used to play Dungeons and Dragons, fucking Volume 2. That's the best one. And then I used to play Star Wars, too.
I was a big Shadowrun player. Love Shadowrun.
I heard of Shadowrun. I never played that one.
Best setting.
The best fucking movie that could ever be would be about Riffs, dude. Riffs is like the coolest story.
Get the fucking budget, though. That'd be astronomical.
Dude, 200 million? That's not out of the realm of what Hollywood puts out.
Yeah.
They just did that Netflix one. The highest budget.
Bright?
Yeah.
I really didn't like that movie.
A lot of people didn't. But you know what? It already got bought for a fucking sequel.
Oh, yeah, a lot. Because everyone fucking watched it. Good or bad, everyone fucking watched it.
It was the highest budget thing Netflix ever put out, and it sucked, and now they're going to make another one. So, like, Netflix is a cool thing, right? Because they'll take independent content, and they'll sort of put out stuff that you wouldn't normally see. Like, as big budget Hollywood goes, is like whatever the audience wants, they'll get over and over and over again. Whereas Netflix has decided that they'll be more on the indie side, where fucking indie is now like $100 million, where it used to be like 100,000. So Netflix is now like this indie distributor where Hollywood has now basically become superhero films.
Well, Hollywood has become anything that is a recycled intellectual property.
Yeah.
Mostly comic books, but there's so few original ideas coming out of Hollywood. It's insane. Say what you want about like the Seth Rogen, James Franco films. Like The Disaster Artist was awesome, but some of their other ones, they're not the best movies in the world, but they're at least original content. And This Is the End isn't the greatest movie in the world, but I will give them all the props in the world for fucking making it and getting it made within the Hollywood system.
We used to make movies like that. That was like everybody that's our friends that does something. We used to make movies. Like you do movies with your friends, and that was a cool thing. And you start out like that. And once someone makes it that's in your crew, and then if you're lucky, then you get to tag along, and then you get to make the Friends movie. That fucking movie, This Is the End, is the Friends movie, right? Because they all did that fucking TV show.
Freaks and Geeks.
Canada or whatever, the Freaks and Geeks, right?
Yep.
With Jason, not Jason Bateman, but the whole crew is like basically...
Dude, Marshall from fucking How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah. So they're all in it, and it's basically like a reunion party, and This Is the End with Danny McBride and maybe one other guy. But that's what we used to do. That was the dream, man, is like we can all make movies, and if they get distributed and everybody does so well, we can fucking joke about it, make these joke fucking movies, and like make money off of the shit. And people will think it's funny for $1, or people will think it's funny for $1 million. That's the point. That's comedy. So like that was also the point when we were making horror films. We were making zombie movies before The Walking Dead, and nobody gave a fuck. And then when Walking Dead came out, all of a sudden it was like super fucking popular, and then we were getting all kinds of work for doing zombie shit. It's just the wave, man.
I know. I wish Hollywood would take more risks. I really do.
They do want to take risks. Everybody in Hollywood wants to take risks except for the people that have the money. The studios don't want to take risks.
Right. Those are the important people.
Yeah.
The guy who pays for it is probably the most important person to the process.
Right. There is going to be some sort of changing of the guard happening because there's a big feminine movement happening in Hollywood now. And also there's a lot of really fucked up like sexual assault or sexual harassment suits happening that everyone is getting blamed for. I don't want to get fucking political. Like, people are assholes all over the world. If they're just popularized in Hollywood, then that's only because Hollywood is like something to be sensationalized. But every fucking person, man.
You put someone in power, they abuse power. Absolute power corrupts absolutely, as the old saying goes.
If you're a bitch, because if you're a real man, then... So when I was... All right, so let's bring it back to... I was a bouncer, right?
Right.
I would have girls offer me shit all the time to get into the club. Blowjobs, sex. They'll have like, come back to my place, whatever. I did not take advantage of that, Matt.
For me, when I was in those positions, one of my biggest joys in life was telling those girls no.
Yes. And I'm saying, hey, that's not the fucking way to be, fucking Lisa or fucking Mercedes, whatever your name is. That's not the way to be. That's not the way to fucking conduct yourself as a female, man. And you have to lead these people because otherwise they will be trying to fuck all the time. So if you combine those type of chicks with Hollywood masterminds that have all the power in the world, more money than God, they will try to do some weird shit like fuck you and then jerk off in a plant or whatever.
Hey, for $100 million, Harvey Weinstein can jerk off wherever he wants around me.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're going to hand me an Oscar and a couple $100 million?
Yeah.
Go to town, homie.
That's some really powerful shit, right? If you let Harvey jerk off in a plant and watch you take a shower, whatever that he was into, you could be the next Oscar winning.
Change your life.
Change your life. But also, you have to take a step back. Like, I've done everything but get into that point of power when you're under the spotlight. I've shot for the highest up movies. I've shot for every network under the sun. And I've met a lot of those big up type people, and they are fucking no different than me and you, Matt Slayer. But the difference is, what?
Nothing.
It's Slayer, right?
Yeah. No, I was about to make a joke, but they have real last names.
They are no different from me and you, Matt Slayer, because they are people that came up and they're just through the fucking ringer. And once you get up to the top, they have no nose left in them. The only thing they have left in them is the ability to say yes, and I will take that. Because if they don't, they fall down, way down the mountain, back to the beginning. So they have no choice but to say yes. So when fucking some creep that has the power of the fucking gods behind him, Hollywood gods, asks you to take your clothes off and meet him up in the fucking room 707, and I'm going to fucking watch you take a shower, you have no choice. You're going to fucking do it.
Or get blackballed.
Or you're done. Yeah, you're done. I don't know if that's a masculine thing. Like, chicks are kind of trying to turn that into females versus males. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think that it's a power position versus someone that has no power, but the only thing they have left to do is the power to say yes or fail. So, like, that's, like, basically what's happening in Hollywood right now. And there's a huge turnaround. So, like, everyone is walking on fucking eggshells. I can tell you that.
Everyone's fucking falling by the wayside.
Every single person. So, like, I was got hired to direct this documentary, and I was going through auditioning process. And the auditioning process is like, it's a little brutal. It's like basically visual first, and then you take a look at how they perform, because you have hundreds and hundreds and fucking hundreds of actors and actresses out here, and like, you have to just take it at their base look, right? So like, if you're a fucking 10 coming out of the gate, I'm going to take another look at you. But if you're a 6, I mean, you're fucking...
Unless the part calls for a 6.
Yeah, unless the part calls for a 6. Like, I'm looking at the 10s.
Like, are you the ugly friend? We're looking at 8s.
I want to look at all of them, but man, there's no time. So like, I had fucking 700 actors and actresses I had to look through for 3 parts. And and it's not like you have all day. You gotta fucking go through each of them, and then you gotta pick which ones you like. So some of the good ones always get passed by, and
well, that's why this business is also a lot about who you know.
Oh shit, of course. So if you get a note that's like this person, then that stands out from the rest. You're totally right.
Yeah, it's just how this business works.
I mean, it sucks, and it's a total lottery, but you do get a one-up if you know somebody or someone mentions your name or something like that, which is, there used to be like the American dream would be, I'm gonna grow up in the middle of Chicago in the burbs, and I'm gonna go to class, study every day. I'm gonna do improv at what's that thing in Chicago?
Second City.
Second City, and I'm gonna do every day, and then I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna go to SNL, and I'm gonna go to live in New York, and I'm gonna be the next. Who's your favorite comedian from SNL?
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray.
Yeah, let's go with Bill Murray.
Bill Murray, because he went to Second City.
Yeah, he's original SNL, and
I'm gonna be the next Bill Murray, and then you get entered into the system, and you become a fucking dot, like you're a fucking million among millions and billions of people that are trying to do the same thing, and you never think that it's going to be so hard, and it's so tough to fucking make it. And then eventually you get turned into a system where they just churn out these fucking generic superhero movies over and over again, and fucking it's the same thing.
On that depressing note, I think we got to get you out of here.
We began on a somber note, and we're going to end even somberer.
We are. Tim, where can we find you on social media? Where can we find your company?
All right, so there's a couple things. One, I do documentaries, and I like to make them out here or on the East Coast. Really,
fuck your flyover states.
Fuck you, Chicago. No, I'll do them anywhere. But I started a production company to do documentaries in particular because I think that truth and information is power, Matt. So you can go to www.bigshooter.tv. And also, if you're interested in Troma, you can visit my buddy Kabuki Man, who's been on your show, at Kabuki Man Cocktail Corner on youtube.com/Troma Movies and TromaNow.com. And then that's it. Just have a good
You don't have
time.
a Twitter or an Instagram?
No, I don't. I mean, I do, but I don't care.
Fair enough.
I just want to. I like talking to you, and I like coming over and drinking with you, and then talking to the people. And if people like it, then that's cool, man.
Well, hopefully they'll hit you up, hire you to do a documentary. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Occasionally, I have a listener or two that has some money, I hope.
Yeah, you don't even have to really have money anymore. I'll just come. If you're good at like foot massages, I'll come right over, man.
What are you, Quentin Tarantino?
Foot massages, Taco Bells, whatever, Burger King. I mean, I came over for Guinness and Jameson for you, so.
Well, I thought you just came over to bullshit, and that was just the added bonus.
No, that is a fucking excellent bonus.
We try to take care of our guests here.
If I win this tournament, then I'm never coming anywhere ever again. So it's over. I'll be a millionaire.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad I got you on there first. As always, you can find me at Matt_Slayer on Twitter, Matt Slayer on Instagram, Matt Effin Slayer on Facebook, Matt Slayer on Snapchat. You can find the podcast at And Now We Drink on Twitter, and Now We Drink _ on Instagram, www.andnowwedrink.com. This day drinking is over. Fucking, I'm gonna sleep now, guys. I only got like 2-3 hours. And
You got to watch the Super Bowl, dude.
I'll nap through it. I'll get it through osmosis. Later, all.